Welcome to the 120th regular convocation of Memorial University of Newfoundland, coming to you from the Arts and Culture Centre in St. John's. More than 2,500 degrees will be conferred in the 10 sessions of convocation this spring. The first session took place on May 16th in Corner Brook, home of Memorial University's Grenfell campus. In this sixth session, taking place on Wednesday evening, May 29th, 2019, there will be the conferring of the following degrees: Bachelor of Physical Education Honors, Bachelor of Physical Education, Bachelor of Physical Education Cooperative, Bachelor of Recreation Honors, Bachelor of Recreation, Bachelor of Recreation Honors Cooperative, Bachelor of Recreation Cooperative, Bachelor of Kinesiology Honors, Bachelor of Kinesiology, Bachelor of Kinesiology Honors Cooperative, Bachelor of Kinesiology Cooperative, Bachelor of Maritime Studies, Bachelor of Technology, Master of Physical Education, Master of Business Administration, Master of Environmental Science, Master of Marine Studies, Master of Employment Relations, Master of Science in Kinesiology, Master of Maritime Management, Master of Technology Management, Master of Science in Management, Doctor of Philosophy, and Doctor of Psychology. This session of convocation is being presided over by Dr. Susan Dyer Knight, Chancellor of Memorial University. The academic procession is led by University Marshal Bert Riggs, retired from the university's library archives, Marshals Derek House of Academic and Student Affairs at the Marine Institute, and Donna Walsh, retired from the Department of English. The mace, a symbol of the authority vested in the university, is carried by Judy Jewison of the Office of the University Registrar. Convocation will be officially open when the mace is placed on the table in front of the presiding officer. The music for convocation is provided by organist Dr. David Booley of Memorial's Faculty of Education, and by members of the Mun Opera Roadshow directed by Shelley Neville of Memorial School of Music.
I declare convocation open. Please be seated. I would like to respectfully acknowledge the territory in which we gather as the ancestral homelands of the Beothuk, and the island of Newfoundland as the ancestral homelands of the Mi'kmaq and Beothuk. I would also like to recognize the Inuit of Nunatsiavut, Nunatuhavut, and the Innu of Nitassinan and their ancestors as the original people of Labrador. We strive for respectful relationships with all the peoples of this province as we search for collective healing and true reconciliation and honor this beautiful land together. I would like now to call on our President and Vice Chancellor, Dr. Gary Katchanowski, to address convocation.
Chancellor, members of the Board of Regents, members of the Senate and faculty, members of the graduating class, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2019 Spring Convocation of Memorial University. We are so pleased that you've joined us for what is always a special time in the life of a university, a time when we celebrate the success of our students. So, of course, a special welcome and congratulations to every one of you, our graduating students. I know that your parents and family and friends and professors all played supporting roles in your success, and they are all here to help celebrate your accomplishments. But make no mistake, ultimately it was your dedication, hard work, and talent that brought you here today. So congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating our graduating students. Joining us on stage tonight is Mr. Rex Gibbons, a member of Memorial's Board of Regents and a dedicated and passionate supporter of our university. All of our regents, a number of them here today, volunteer their time and contribute significantly to the governance of our university. Would you please join me in welcoming and acknowledging our regents? Tonight, I am also pleased to acknowledge, in particular, our PhD and Doctor of Psychology students graduating here today. The attainment of these degrees is a singular achievement, an extraordinary commitment of time, emotional energy, and financial resources towards the fulfillment of a lifelong quest. We have invited our PhD and Doctor of Psychology graduates to join the faculty on stage as a small gesture of our regard for their remarkable achievements. They're all over on the other side over there. Please join me in extending our congratulations to each one of them. Every degree conferred today is the result of a personal journey requiring significant commitment and work, and by itself is worthy of considerable accolades as an important milestone in each student's life. And yet, every year, our students amaze us with leadership and achievements above and beyond their required program or responsibilities that distinguishes them at a national or international level. Students like those involved with Paradigm Hyperloop, a team of 80-plus students from Memorial University, College of North Atlantic, and Northeastern University in Boston, with 70% of the members based here in Newfoundland and Labrador. The team was again chosen as one of only 22 world finalists out of 1,500 teams in the SpaceX Hyperloop Global competition. The competition's goal is to support the development of functional prototypes and encourage innovation by challenging student teams to design and build the best high-speed pod. Our team will compete for the world's best on July 21st in California. And of course, as they came second in the world just a couple of years ago, we have great hopes for this team of talented students. And while this convocation is without a doubt a celebration of the students graduating here today, it is also a time of reflection and celebration of our wonderful university. During this spring convocation, Memorial University itself will reach an important milestone. We will confer our 100,000th degree. Taken collectively, all the degrees that have been conferred since our first university convocation in 1950 are a direct reflection of Memorial's significant contributions to the social, cultural, and economic development of our great province, our country, and beyond. 100,000 degrees, what an accomplishment. And of course, just last fall, we also marked the opening of our newest campus on historic Signal Hill, with the Amera Innovation Exchange and its state-of-the-art meeting facilities and leading-edge technology, plus dedicated space for public engagement and a new graduate student residence. With a focus on public engagement and innovation, the tenants, programming, and partnerships based at Signal Hill campus will connect the expertise and the ideas of Memorial students, faculty, staff, and retirees with the people and organizations of Newfoundland and Labrador and beyond. And leading-edge connective technology will help encourage participation from across the province and beyond. Our entire history has been rooted in our connection to this place and our special obligation to the people of this province. Signal Hill campus reflects that history of partnership and innovation, a public university serving the public good. Last year, we celebrated a team of researchers from our Faculty of Medicine who were the first recipients ever from Memorial to receive the prestigious Governor General's National Innovation Award for their groundbreaking discovery that's saving the lives of those affected by a deadly genetic disease. This year, we are once again celebrating the Governor General's Innovation Award to a Memorial University-led team. To Dr. Trevor Bell from our Department of Geography, Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences, and the Smart Ice team, an award-winning social enterprise that integrates on-ice technology, remote sensing, and Inuit knowledge to generate near real-time information of ice conditions for Arctic communities. The award recognizes not only their technology innovation in climate change adaptation, but also their social innovation in training and employing Inuit youth in technology production and operations. They won the 2016 Arctic Inspiration Prize, the United Nations Momentum Award for Climate Change Solutions in 2017, and now the Governor General's National Innovation Award. We couldn't be more proud. We tell our stories of success and achievements throughout the year in our alumni magazine, Luminous, on our Gazette news site, and of course each year in our online President's Report. Together, they tell the story of the incredible impact of the exceptional people at Memorial University, our faculty and staff, student, retirees, and alumni, and how, as active, engaged citizens, they make the world a better place to live, safer, more prosperous, and definitely more interesting. A key part of their success is the sustained and unwavering support from our partners, so I would like to take this opportunity to thank our community, public, and private sector leaders and other partners for their unwavering commitment and support of Memorial University. Our university's origin, our vision, mission, and core values paint a picture of who we were, who we are, and what we aspire to become. Memorial is focused on meeting the needs of our students, developing innovative living and learning spaces, building and renewing appropriate infrastructure for 21st century teaching, research, and public engagement, and making a difference in our communities. The university embodies the aspirations of those who founded Memorial University College in 1925, to be a living legacy to those who paid the ultimate price for our freedom in the First World War and in subsequent conflicts. A living legacy dedicated to the advancement of our society through education. Graduates, you are part of this legacy. You walked into this hall today as students who have successfully completed the requirements for your degrees. You will leave as graduates and alumni of Memorial University, your university. You have earned the rights and the privileges associated with your degree, and now this is your time to take to heart the responsibilities that also come with your degree and make your mark in Newfoundland and Labrador and across the country and the globe. Best wishes to each of you as you leave here today to begin the next adventures in your lives. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me once again in congratulating our graduating students. I'm now pleased to invite Mr. Glenn Blackwood, Vice President of our Marine Institute, to address convocation.
Madam Chancellor, Mr. President, members of the Board of Regents, members of the Senate and faculty, members of the graduating class, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I'd also like to special welcome to the representatives from the Marine Institute faculty and staff and management. I think it's our biggest turnout ever to one of these graduations, and I can assure you they did not come to listen to me speak. They came because of you, the graduates. So good evening, everyone. It's an honor to be here with you today as you celebrate one of the most important days of your life. Congratulations to each and every one of you on your achievement today. Convocation is a time to reflect on the hard work, the commitment, the teamwork, and the friendships that have brought you this far. And today is a milestone in your journey. It's also an opportunity to thank those who have supported you along the way. It's by no mistake they're seated behind you. They've been behind you from the start. Your families, friends, mentors have provided encouragement, guidance, and direction. So take some time later tonight to show them your appreciation. Newfoundlanders and Labradorians have always asked, where are you from? We seem to have a natural curiosity about people, where they've been, and where they're going. The Broadway musical Come From Away is even entitled as such. But Memorial graduates increasingly come from all over, from Bonavista, Brazil, Bangladesh, from Victoria, Vietnam, from Makuvik to Mississauga to Malaysia. And where you're from is really important, but where you're going is even more important. I know that collectively you will have careers that will take you throughout Newfoundland and Labrador to other parts of Canada and around the world. Walking across the stage today to receive your degree is a significant moment in your lives. It's a finish, but it's also a fresh start. As you take your next steps, you'll face new and exciting challenges in your professional and personal lives. But what you have in common is your education here at Memorial University, your shared experiences in each of your schools and faculties. Your Memorial education and experiences will be a foundation that will serve you through the rest of your lives. Graduates, you represent the future, and you are well equipped with the expertise and knowledge to make a mark in your field. But the next step is up to you. Just know that you will never, ever stop learning. You are the leaders of tomorrow, and we will be looking to you to solve some of the problems facing our province, our country, and our world, many of which we created, by the way. From recreation to kinesiology, to maritime management and fishery science, the programs that you are graduating from today are as different from each other as they can possibly be. but they are equally important in contributing to our society and our prosperity. I would especially like to acknowledge tonight's doctoral graduates for their commitment, passion, and perseverance. You have reached the summit of your formal education. I offer my sincere congratulations on reaching the highest level of academic degree. Each one of you has spent countless hours working towards completing this stage of your education. You've succeeded where others have not, so you should feel proud of finishing what you started. Whatever form it takes, education is a process you should embrace for the rest of your life. We are all lifelong learners in the journey of our lives, whether it's in a classroom, on the job, or in your personal life as you embrace new experiences and face new challenges. Just last week, Memorial alumni Mark Ballard reached the summit of Mount Everest, and more importantly, returned safely to base camp. It was a daring feat and an exciting adventure, and it shows us all what perseverance and commitment can achieve. Great things can be done when you are focused on the goal and put in the time and effort to accomplish it. There will always be new challenges to overcome, new problems that need solving, and new technologies that will require you keep your education and skills ever evolving in a changing world. But you have already proven you're up to that challenge. This evening, 2 Memorial alumni, who also happen to be married to each other, will receive their Masters of Business Administration degrees. Chelsea and Sheldon Pike worked on their Masters part-time while building a home and a new life with each other, and also holding down full-time jobs in different fields. It's a demonstration of their commitment to each other and to their continuing education. Their degrees will help them throughout their careers and have already provided a foundation supporting and motivation for supporting each other in the pursuit of education. I had the pleasure of working with Sheldon and Chris Batten and others who are graduating here tonight over the years, so congratulations to all. At the Marine Institute, one of our ocean mapping students, Miss Michaela Barnes, who is graduating this evening, recently received Memorial's 2019 Award for Self-Directed Learning. It was the first time a female has ever won this award, and also a first for a Marine Institute student. Driven by enthusiasm and curiosity, Michaela embarked on a seemingly simple quest to answer the question, which central Newfoundland lake is deeper, Grand Lake or Gander Lake? She and a team of friends spent weekends and holidays mapping some of the deepest areas of Grand Lake using borrowed sonar technology that was in need of fixing and a 16-foot aluminum boat. Ms. Barnes presented her findings publicly at the Geo Center and was also published in the Journal of Ocean Technology. Now, I've known Michaela for about 10 years, and no, she didn't take that long to complete her degree. I met her and her mom at a mate ROV competition for junior high school students about 8 or 10 years ago. Michaela is also the CEO of Eastern Edge Robotics, Memorial's ROV team consisting of students from MI, engineering, science, and business. And in a few weeks, they will represent us at the International Mate Competition in the United States at the end of June. That team, Eastern Edge, has won the international competition 3 times in the past 15 years, and we're looking forward to number 4. No pressure. And by the way, Grand Lake is way deeper than Gander Lake. Of course, you don't have to scale the mounts of Mount Everest or the heights of Mount Everest to explore the depths of a lake to succeed in your lives. Perseverance and commitments in achieving your own goals is what counts, whether it's in your career, your personal life, or true service to your community. Your memorial degree enables you to embrace opportunities, face challenges, and explore new ways of doing things. Let me close with one of my favorite quotes. Education is a journey, not a destination. Or as I like to say in the maritime world, education is a voyage, not a port of call. Your voyage will not end today. As you leave Memorial, some of you will embark on new careers, while others continue your formal education. Whichever path you choose, learning is a lifelong journey. You will learn in everything you do, at work, at home, and in the classroom. You will gain confidence through your successes and gain valuable lessons to help you rebound from failures, and all the while helping others along the way. As you build your careers and lives, take some time to give back to your community as a volunteer. Coach a team, stand for school councils, or join a Rotary Club. Wherever you go, don't just live in a community, be a part of it. Memorial University has given you the education and tools to succeed wherever life takes you. It has been said that Memorial shapes the minds that shape our province. It's up to you to shape a better future for yourself and for our society. Since later on we'll sing the Ode to Newfoundland, which is all about the weather forecasts, the wind, the snow. We only sing the sunshine parts. But in closing, I'd like to wish you fair winds and following seas, and to offer each of you my sincere congratulations, because you did it. Thank you.
Thank you very much to President Kaczynowski and to Vice President Blackwood for your encouraging, inspiring words this evening. This is my favorite part of convocation, I think. I get to say, now it is time to grant you your degrees. This is your time starting right now. And Memorial's convocation is all about you. In fact, Memorial is all about you. And we have many facets to our program this evening, but I like to have a little reflection with you graduates before. Oh, I apologize. I was facing out that way. I have to show I had my back to you, and I'm sorry about that. But and it's wonderful to see all that red over in the corner, I must say. It's very encouraging. But when you receive your degree tonight, it is the culmination of such extraordinary effort and hope and energy. And this space is small, and the place where you receive your degree, right here, it seems like it could be over in a minute. I'm going to invite you to think about finding a way to seal it inside yourself so that you can revisit it some other time. So you move across here, and just in moving itself, that is energy and a sense of going forward. And we often say, too, when we see this movement tonight, we are going to be moved by your movement. And sometimes, I mean, when you're doing something intense and grand and wonderful, you are forging ahead. But sometimes when you are struck by something quite extraordinary, you're arrested. Your breathing can be arrested. Your movement can be arrested, just to take it in. And that is where you will be arrested. Not by a policeman. But you will move to this point, and you will arrest, and you will move, you'll be hooded, and then you move into the next part of your life. And there may be something special about that time, or even when you see one of your colleagues coming across, that you can save that and savor it forever. One of our graduates this morning, because I spoke about this morning as well, and when we met, because that's the joy of my job, I get to meet every single one of you. And when he came to me, he said, that's the most fun I've ever had when I'm arrested. So just a few, little things to think about. And I'll see you in a very few minutes. Oh, yes. I'm sorry, I turned my back on you again. I'm going to ask your parents and friends a big favor, and that is, unless some special circumstance is mentioned when the graduates are coming across the stage, that you would withhold your applause till the end of that group, and then you can go to town. So thank you.
Madam Chancellor, in the name of the Senate of the University, I present to you the candidates for the undergraduate degrees approved for this session of convocation. I have certified to the Senate that these candidates have fulfilled all the requirements pertaining to the degrees. I therefore request that you admit them thereto.
On the authority of the Senate, I, as Chancellor, will now admit the candidates to these degrees and confer upon them all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities which belong thereto. I call upon them, on the hearing of their name, to present themselves before me, to assume the hood appropriate to the degree.
For the degree of Bachelor of Physical Education Honors. Sydney Ariel Hector.
Sydney Ariel Hector is from Toronto, Ontario.
Evan Michael Miles, winner of the University Medal for Academic Excellence in Physical Education.
Evan Michael Miles is from Paradise.
For the degree of Bachelor of Physical Education. Emily Christine Bailey.
Emily Christine Bailey is from Trinity, Bonavista Bay.
Luke James Bennett.
Luke James Bennett is from St. John's.
Randy Robert Clark.
Randy Robert Clark is from Spaniards Bay.
Daniel Leslie Cecil Crew.
Daniel Leslie Cecil Crew is from Paradise.
Mackenzie Susan Daw.
Mackenzie Susan Daw is from Dover.
Christina Ann Doran.
Christina Ann Doran is from St. John's.
David Jude Edwards.
David Jude Edwards is from Outer Cove.
Isabel Sarah Gramegna.
Isabel Sarah Gramegna is from Mississauga, Ontario.
Andrew Travis Aubrey Wade Kendall.
Andrew Travis Aubrey Wade Kendall is from Irishtown, Summerside.
Jonathan Parkinson.
Jonathan Parkinson is from St. John's.
Brady Alexander Reed.
Brady Alexander Reed is from Paradise.
Braden Patrick Sharp.
Braden Patrick Sharp is from St. George's.
and those who have been approved by the Senate for the degree but are absent from this convocation.
Admitted in absentia.
For the degree of Bachelor of Recreation Honors, for the degree of Bachelor of Physical Education Cooperative. Alana Marie Mahoney.
Alana Marie Mahoney is from Goulds.
For the degree of Bachelor of Recreation Honors. Sarah Lynn Fitzpatrick.
Sarah Lynn Fitzpatrick is from Marystown.
Gillian Paulette Lahi.
Gillian Paulette Lahi is from Mount Pearl.
For the degree of Bachelor of Recreation. Cara Cheyenne Emma Berglund.
Cara Cheyenne Emma Berglund is from Stockholm, Sweden.
Amy Naomi Castle.
Amy Naomi Castle is from St. Anthony.
Leslie Tina Ashley Crocker.
Leslie Tina Ashley Crocker is from Greens Harbor.
Kayla Elizabeth Ledrew.
Kayla Elizabeth Ledrew is from Clarks Beach.
Erin Elizabeth O'Keefe.
Erin Elizabeth O'Keefe is from Mount Pearl.
Philip James Rendell.
Philip James Rendell is from St. John's.
Holly Pauline Shepard.
Holly Pauline Shepard is from Bonavista.
Angela Teresa Slaney.
Angela Teresa Slaney is from Conception Bay South.
And those who have been approved by the Senate for the degree but are absent from convocation.
Admitted in absentia.
For the degree of Bachelor of Recreation Honors Cooperative. Erin Leah Rose Keogh.
Erin Leah Rose Keogh is from St. John's.
Amber May Leroy.
Amber May Leroy is from Stephenville.
Emily Judith Weber, winner of the University Medal for Academic Excellence in Recreation.
Emily Judith Weber is from Conception Bay South.
For the degree of Bachelor of Recreation Cooperative. Rihanna Neva Graham.
Rihanna Neva Graham is from Summerside, Prince Edward Island.
Jade Regular.
Jade Regular is from Corner Brook.
Janessa Deanna Holly Ward.
Janessa Deanna Holly Ward is from Goulds.
For the degree of Bachelor of Kinesiology Honours, Heather Marie Barry.
Heather Marie Berry is from Placentia.
Reagan Leslie Simone Bilodeau.
Reagan Leslie Simone Bilodeau is from Old Fort Bay, Quebec.
Adam Scott Blanchard, winner of the University Medal for Academic Excellence in Kinesiology.
Adam Scott Blanchard is from Corner Brook.
Megan Jane Cox.
Megan Jane Cox is from Paradise.
Morgan Paula Din.
Morgan Paula Din is from Paradise.
Andrew William Haley.
Andrew William Haley is from Paradise.
Rebecca Ann Marr.
Rebecca Ann Marr is from Reedville.
Caitlin Mary Mugford.
Caitlin Mary Mugford is from Plate Cove East.
Ian Mitchell Skinner.
Ian Mitchell Skinner is from Corner Brook.
Ariel Faith Whalen.
Ariel Faith Whalen is from Torbay.
And those who have been approved by the Senate for the degree but are absent from this convocation.
Admitted in absentia.
For the degree of Bachelor of Kinesiology, Muaddin Ben Amara.
Muaddin Ben Amara is from St. John's.
Chastity Ann Corrigan.
Chastity Ann Corrigan is from Trepassey.
Carrie Ann John.
Carrie Ann John is from Con River.
Brooklyn Anita Wright.
Brooklyn Anita Wright is from Cambridge, Ontario.
And those who have been approved by the Senate for the degree but are absent from this convocation.
Admitted in absentia.
For the degree of Bachelor of Kinesiology Honors Cooperative, Tamara Marjorie Belbin.
Tamara Marjorie Belbin is from Lansaloo.
Alicia Ray Chalk.
Alicia Ray Chalk is from Kippens.
Maria Emma Colbert.
Maria Emma Colbert is from St. John's.
Kathleen Marie Dyer.
Kathleen Marie Dyer is from St. John's.
Caitlin Elizabeth Farrell.
Caitlin Elizabeth Farrell is from Marystown.
Chelsea Allison Lydia Hounsell.
Chelsea Allison Lydia Hounsell is from Paradise.
Quinn Warren McGettigan.
Quinn Warren McGettigan is from St. John's.
Tiffany Jean Catherine Morgan.
Tiffany Jean Catherine Morgan is from St. John's.
Heidi Maria O'Keefe.
Heidi Maria O'Keefe is from Mount Pearl.
Elizabeth Ann Michael Organ.
Elizabeth Ann Michael Organ is from Clarenville.
Sarah Dora Organ.
Sarah Dora Organ is from Channel, Port-aux-Basques.
Laura Lee Rigby.
Laura Lee Rigby is from Tower Hill, New Brunswick.
Stephanie Olivia Roberts.
Stephanie Olivia Roberts is from Gander.
Hannah Lisa Smith.
Hannah Lisa Smith is from Spaniards Bay.
And those who have been approved by the Senate for the degree but are absent from this convocation.
Admitted in absentia.
For the degree of Bachelor of Kinesiology, Cooperative. Carolyn Mita Alexander.
Carolyn Mita Alexander is from Stephenville.
Sarah Lillian Daw.
Sarah Lillian Daw is from Mount Pearl.
Tana Sherry Genge.
Tana Sherry Genge is from Anchor Point.
Shauna Elizabeth Sarah Griffiths.
Shauna Elizabeth Sarah Griffiths is from Ship Harbor.
Amy Kathleen Hand.
Amy Kathleen Hand is from St. John's.
Nicholas David Hart.
Nicholas David Hart is from St. John's.
Cameron Harris Hicks.
Cameron Harris Hicks is from Middletown, head of Beta Spear.
Andrew Felopes.
Andrew Felopes is from Cairo, Egypt.
Alyssa Madison Power.
Alyssa Madison Power is from Paradise.
Amy Marie Rousel.
Amy Marie Rousel is from Happy Valley Goose Bay.
Cheryl Dawn Starks.
Cheryl Dawn Starks is from Nippers Harbor.
Sean Michael Vale.
Sean Michael Vale is from Rawdon, Nova Scotia.
Joseph Richard Wilcott.
Joseph Richard Wilcott is from St. Albans.
For the degree of Bachelor of Maritime Studies. Aaron Ashley Dixon.
Aaron Ashley Dixon is from Halifax, Nova Scotia.
Daniel Tim Fletcher.
Daniel Tim Fletcher is from Edmonton, Alberta.
Ian Ronald Scanlon.
Ian Ronald Scanlon is from St. John's.
And those who have been approved by the Senate for the degree but are absent from this convocation.
Admitted in absentia.
For the for the degree of Bachelor of Technology. Christina Ida Entel.
Christina Ida Antle is from St. John's.
Michaela Hillary Barnes.
Michaela Hillary Barnes is from Clarenville.
Christopher Batten.
Christopher Batten is from Conception Bay South.
Syed Haider Imam Bakari.
Saeed Haider Imam Bokhari is from Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Sarah Marie Broderick.
Sarah Marie Broderick is from St. John's.
Allison Molly Byrne.
Allison Molly Byrne is from Conception Bay South.
Brianna Catherine Kareen.
Brianna Catherine Kareen is from Point Lance.
Zachary Graham Coombs.
Zachary Graham Coombs is from Upper Island Cove.
Kayla Margaret Costella.
Kayla Margaret Costella is from Spaniards Bay.
Catherine Daly.
Catherine Daly is from St. Joseph's.
Tanya Anita Driscoll.
Tanya Anita Driscoll is from Calgary, Alberta.
Stephen Douglas French.
Stephen Douglas French is from Portugal Cove, St. Philip's.
Raina Trudy Fudge.
Raina Trudy Fudge is from St. John's.
Gilbert James Gill.
Gilbert James Gill is from Newtown.
Roberto Gomez Barron.
Roberto Gomez Barron is from Toronto, Ontario.
Stephen Christopher Gosling.
Stephen Christopher Gosling is from Conception Bay South.
Jason Rodney Guy.
Jason Rodney Guy is from St. John's.
Kathleen Hackett.
Kathleen Hackett is from St. John's.
Cynthia Lena Han.
Cynthia Lena Han is from Dunville.
Taylor Michael Heffernan.
Taylor Michael Heffernan is from St. John's.
Gerard Christopher Howard.
Gerald Christopher Howard is from Conception Bay South.
Jacqueline Hughes.
Jacqueline Hughes is from Elmsdale, Nova Scotia.
Renee Yvonne Joan Lachine.
Renee Yvonne Joan Lachine is from Paradise.
Christopher Stephen Lewis.
Christopher Stephen Lewis is from Conception Harbor.
Kimberly Diane Marshall.
Kimberly Diane Marshall is from Clark's Beach.
Christopher John Morrissey.
Christopher John Morrissey is from St. John's.
Jonathan Alexander O'Reilly.
Jonathan Alexander O'Reilly is from Mount Pearl.
Danielle Chelsea K. Pinson.
Danielle Chelsea K. Pinkson is from Buren.
Stephen Cloud Pottle.
Stephen Claude Pottle is from St. John's.
Adam Keith Power.
Adam Keith Power is from Mount Pearl.
Helen Mary Pine, winner of the University Medal for Academic Excellence in Technology.
Helen Mary Pye is from Timberley, Nova Scotia.
Brandon Rideout.
Brandon Rideout is from Paradise.
Susan Elizabeth Rouse.
Susan Elizabeth Rouse is from Carbonear.
Christian Matthew Simpson.
Christian Matthew Sampson is from St. John's.
Taylor Ashley Shepard.
Taylor Ashley Shepard is from Paradise.
Kalen Thomas Sinix.
Calum Thomas Sinix is from Eastport.
Ryan Edward Tepper.
Ryan Edward Tapper is from St. John's.
Isabella Kimberly Thornhill.
Isabella Kimberly Thornhill is from Torbay.
Jessica Jean Vance.
Jessica Jean Vance is from Middle Cove.
Yolanda Lynn Verge.
Yolanda Lynn Verge is from Riverhead Harbor Grace.
Carrie Lynn Waterman.
Carrie Lynn Waterman is from Grand Falls, Windsor.
Jason James Wellman.
Jason James Wellman is from St. John's.
Yiyang Zhao.
Yang Shao is from Zhengzhou, China.
And those who have been approved by the Senate for the degree but are absent from this convocation.
Admitted in absentia.
The colorful gowns worn by members of the academic procession are representative of the different universities from which faculty members and administrators obtained their doctorates. Memorial University's academic dress, including the distinctive scarlet-colored honorary doctorate robe, is modeled on University of Oxford gowns which originated centuries ago as clerical gowns. Most universities design their own gowns. Many North American doctoral gowns feature velvet facings and 3 horizontal stripes on each sleeve in the color of the university. Students receiving their doctoral degrees from Memorial wear the scarlet satin and the claret cloth gown together with the doctor's bonnet, which is modeled on the Oxford's doctor's bonnet. Those receiving bachelor's and master's degrees wear plain black gowns similar in design to the scholar's gown of the University of Oxford. The hats worn by these individuals are black mortarboards with black tassels. The hood worn by doctors of philosophy from Memorial is of scarlet silk lined and edged with claret silk. Hoods for the bachelor's and master's degrees are edged with velvet, the color of their particular degree. For instance, arts degrees hood are edged with white velvet, science are edged with gold, engineering are edged with orange, commerce are edged with tan, and so forth. These hoods are lined with scarlet and white silk, the colors of Memorial University of Newfoundland.
Madam Chancellor, in the name of the Senate of the University, I present to you candidates for the graduate degrees approved for this session of convocation. I have certified to the Senate that these candidates have fulfilled all the requirements pertaining to the degrees. I therefore request that you admit them thereto.
On the authority of the Senate, I will now admit the candidates to these degrees and confer upon them all the rights, responsibilities, and privileges which belong thereto. I call upon them, on the hearing of their name, to present themselves before me to assume the hood appropriate to the degree.
For the degree of Master of Physical Education, Leighton Paul Jacobs.
Leighton Paul Jacobs is from Montreal, Quebec.
Stephanie Margaret Pittman.
Stephanie Margaret Pittman is from Stephenville.
Matthew Colin White.
Matthew Colin White is from Catalina.
And those who have been approved by the Senate to receive the degree at this session of convocation but are absent.
Admitted in absentia.
For the degree of Master of Business Administration, Jonathan Martin Dredge.
Jonathan Martin Dredge is from St. Barb.
Matthew John Bottas Garvin, winner of the University Medal for Academic Excellence in an all-course master's program and winner of the MBA Award for Academic Excellence.
Matthew John Bottas Garvin is from Pooch Cove.
Kishan Gurung, winner of the Lisa Savage MBA Convocation Award.
Kishan Gurung is from Kathmandu, Nepal.
Ashan Kaleem.
Ashan Kaleem is from Rawalpindi, Pakistan.
Biki Kumar.
Biki Kumar is from St. John's.
Peter Matterson.
Peter Matterson is from Vancouver, British Columbia.
Jinghua Ni.
Jinghua Ni is from Yingkou, China.
Daniel James Parsons.
Daniel James Parsons is from Portugal Cove, St. Philip's.
Gregory Fraser Piercy, winner of the Faculty of Business Administration Advisory Board MBA Award for Excellence.
Gregory Fraser Piercy is from Hopewell.
Chelsea Elizabeth Pike, winner of the Faculty of Business Administration Dean's MBA Award.
Chelsea Elizabeth Pike is from St. John's.
Sheldon Christopher Pike.
Sheldon Christopher Pike is from St. John's.
And those who've been approved by the Senate to receive the degree at this session of convocation but are absent.
Admitted in absentia.
For the degree Master of Environmental Science. Oluwasina Akilemibola.
Oluwasina Akilemibola is from St. John's.
Darshana Suresh Kumar Brahmbat.
Darshana Suresh Kumar Brahmbahat is from Vadodara, India.
Anne Tu T. Bui.
Anne Tu T. Bui is from St. John's.
Nicole Elizabeth Bursey, winner of the Moira A. Wadley Graduate Award for Excellence in Environmental Science.
Nicole Elizabeth Bursey is from St. John's.
Carissa Kasani Campbell.
Carissa Kisani Campbell is from St. John's.
Kayla Renee Davis.
Kayla Renee Davis is from Blacksville, West Virginia.
Matthew Sean Murphy.
Matthew Sean Murphy is from St. Albans.
Muta Sayangele Nishamina Rathanyake.
Mudia Sangale Nishamini Rathanyake is from Kurunegala, Sri Lanka.
Jasmine Janelle Redmond.
Jasmine Janelle Redmond is from Brigus.
Sydney Elizabeth Jane Worthman.
Sydney Elizabeth Jane Worthman is from St. John's.
For the degree Master of Marine Studies. Emma Paulina Corbett.
Emma Paulina Corbett is from Harbor, Maine.
Rebecca Jill Hewlin.
Rebecca Jill Hewlin is from McKay's.
Elaine Marguerite Heineck.
Elaine Marguerite Heineck is from Portugal Cove, St. Philip's.
Kaylee Marie Noonan.
Kaylee Marie Noonan is from Redhead Cove.
Rochelle Melinda Reed.
Rochelle Melinda Reed is from Port Perry, Ontario.
And those who have been approved by the Senate to receive the degree at this session of convocation but are absent.
Admitted in absentia.
For the degree Master of Employment Relations. Erin Rose Kane.
Erin Rose Kane is from Pasadena.
Alexander Kevin King.
Alexander Kevin King is from Mount Pearl.
Sharif Mohammed Mahdi Amin Mansour.
Sharif Mohammed Mahdi Amin Mansour is from Cairo, Egypt.
Karen Lynette Rosell.
Karen Lynette Rousel is from St. John's.
And those who've been approved by the Senate to receive the degree at this session of convocation but are absent.
Admitted in absentia.
For the degree Master of Science in Kinesiology. Bazad Lahoti.
Bezad Lahoti is from Tehran, Iran.
And those who've been approved by the Senate to receive the degree at this session of convocation but are absent.
Admitted in absentia.
For the degree Master of Maritime Management. Chad Allen.
Chad Allen is from Carignan, Quebec.
Maud Rubiette Manier.
Maud Rubiette Manier is from Nepean, Ontario.
Graham David Seymour.
Graham David Seymour is from Binbrook, Ontario.
Ryan Eric Twira.
Ryan Eric Twira is from Victoria, British Columbia.
And those who've been approved by the Senate to receive the degree at this session of convocation but are absent.
Admitted in absentia.
For the degree Master of Technology Management. Rial Luc Boileau.
Réal Luc Boileau is from Linwood, Ontario.
Susan Beatrice Chesa.
Susan Beatrice Chesa is from Edmonton, Alberta.
Elizabeth Noreen Chisholm.
Elizabeth Noreen Chisholm is from Port Hood, Nova Scotia.
Leonardo Caquilala Cuerdo.
Leonardo Caquilala Cuerdo is from Zambales, Philippines.
Sam Sang-son Lee.
Sam Sang-song Lee is from St. John's.
Arthur Odihambo Maji.
Arthur Odiambo Maji is from Burnaby, British Columbia.
Adrian Nidukamana.
Adrian Ndikumana is from Kigali, Rwanda.
Olemuya Victor Olusolo Odoyen.
Olumiyiwa Victor Olusola Olanian is from Brampton, Ontario.
Lee Pitts.
Lee Pitts is from St. John's.
Priya Thathamanji Sambandan.
Priya Thatmananji Sambandan is from Mississauga, Ontario.
And those who've been approved by the Senate to receive the degree at this session of convocation but are absent.
Admitted in absentia.
For the degree, Master of Science in Management. Robert Hickman.
Robert Hickman is from St. John's.
Alejandra Ramirez Rincon.
Alejandra Ramirez Rincon is from Mexico City, Mexico.
Grenfell Campus Memorial University is home to the new Aging Research Center. The center will bring together experts from around the province and beyond to facilitate partnerships and catalyze new research initiatives in the area of aging in the province and in small town, rural, and remote communities more broadly. The Johnson Geocenter Foundation has donated to Memorial University the infrastructure and assets of the Johnson Geocenter on Signal Hill in St. John's. The value of the Johnson Geocenter and assets is estimated at more than $20 million, making it the largest single gift ever received by Memorial University. The Fisheries and Marine Institute received a combined $8.5 million federal provincial investment for the next phase of development at the Holyrood Marine Base. The development will include a new multi-purpose building to provide technical workspace, dry laboratories, classrooms, and offices that will enable collaboration among researchers, students, and ocean technology partners. As the Labrador Institute's 2019 International Indigenous Intern, Michelle Saunders is creating new ways to incorporate her heritage into her future career and sharing her experiences with the Indigenous youth of Labrador. The Inuk woman from Happy Valley Goose Bay just spent a 4-month fellowship
Madam
in Finland.
Chancellor, in the name of the Senate of the University, I present to you the candidates for doctoral degrees, the highest earned degrees conferred by this university. I have certified to the Senate that these candidates have fulfilled all the requirements pertaining to the degrees. I therefore request that you admit them thereto.
On the authority of the Senate, I, as Chancellor, will now admit the candidates to these degrees and confer upon them all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities which belong thereto. I call upon them on the hearing of their name to present themselves before me to assume the hood appropriate to the degree.
Ibrahim Azadin Ibrahim Awad.
Ibrahim Ezzedine Ibrahim Awad is from Zarqa, Jordan. Chemistry.
Tobias Michael Bruckner.
Tobias Michael Bruckner, St. John's, Process Engineering.
Lorraine Frances Clark.
Lorraine Frances Clark, St. John's, interdisciplinary.
Roya Derwish.
Roya Derwish, St. John's, medicine.
Olupathagi Dinesh.
Olupathaki Dinesh, St. John's, biochemistry.
Alen Samara dos Santos.
Helen Samara dos Santos, Sao Paulo, Brazil, mathematics.
Rasangali Jaya Areka Samaranukuk Adojde.
Rasanjali Jayarika Samarakun Idodaji is from St. John's, food science.
Nahid Ramipur Anarake, sorry. Agwad Hamad Al Sayed Al Tantwai.
Agwad Hamad El Sayed El Tantwai, St. John's, computer engineering.
Saeed Eskandari.
Saeed Eskandari, St. John's, oil and gas engineering.
Khalil Esmalu.
Khalil Eslamalu, St. John's, biology.
Daniel Rory Evans.
Daniel Rory Evans, St. John's, medicine.
Mark Patrick Gruel.
Mark Patrick Gruel, Worms, Germany, biology.
Sharon Halfyard.
Sharon Halfyard, LaCie, interdisciplinary.
Saeed Jafari Dalian Sofla.
Saeed Jafari Daglian Sofla, St. John's, oil and gas engineering.
Catherine Lynn Jalbert.
Catherine Lynn Jalbert, Houston, Texas, archaeology.
Nikita Kandiala.
Nikita Kendiala, Hyderabad, India, biochemistry.
Rachel Ann Landy, winner of the Dr. Sharon Bueller Community Health and Humanities Convocation Award.
Rachel Ann Landy, Eden Mills, Ontario, medicine.
Yangxiu Ma.
Yangzhou Ma, Beijing, China, linguistics.
Bonita Lynn McQuagg.
Bonita Lynn McQuaig is from East End, Saskatchewan, biology.
Bandhan Mukherjee.
Bandhan Mukherjee, St. John's, medicine.
Can Kwak Nguyen.
Can Kwak Nguyen, St. John's, Environmental Science.
Trung Nguyen.
Trung Nguyen, St. John's, Mechanical Engineering.
David Onjugwa Onalo.
David Ojungwa Onalo, Koji, Nigeria, Process Engineering.
Justin Archibald Albert Patter.
Justin Archibald Albert Patter, Montague, Prince Edward Island, Medicine.
Heather Dawn Penny.
Heather Dawn Penny, Torbay, Biology.
Esteban Recalde Gonzalez.
Esteban Recalde Gonzalez, Jalapa, Mexico, Computer Science.
Hugh Chi Fan.
Hugh Chi Fan, St. John's, Civil Engineering.
Curtis Brian Robinson.
Curtis Brian Robinson, North Bay, Ontario, History.
Mandy Megan Rosell.
Mandy Megan Rousel, Point Leamington, English.
Mahmoud Asad Abdelazam Ahmed Syed.
Mahmoud Assam Abdelazim Ahmed Saeed, Giza, Egypt, Civil Engineering.
Laura Marie Andrea Sanchini.
Laura Marie Andrea Sanchini, Gatineau, Quebec, Folklore.
Ziwen Zhu.
Ziwen Zhu, Huayan, China, Computer Engineering.
Erica Cavell Watts.
Erica Cavell Watts, Glovertown, Linguistics.
Joost Theo Petra Verhoeven.
Joost Theo Petra Verhoeven, Petty Harbor Maddox Cove, Biology.
Douglas Riley Smith.
Douglas Riley Smith, Sunnyside, Ocean and Naval Architectural Engineering.
Hafez Salim.
Hafez Salim, St. John's, Computer Engineering.
Xiaolin Zhu, winner of the Faculty of Education Dean's Graduate Award.
Xiaolin Zhu, Beijing, China, Education.
And those who have been approved by the Senate to receive the degree at this session of convocation but are absent.
Admitted in absentia.
For the degree, Doctor of Psychology. Christopher Michael Duggan.
Christopher Michael Duggan, St. John's, Clinical Psychology.
Well, a wonderful evening full of such joy and satisfaction. Your satisfaction. So we have another little joy for you now. We always present some music from memorial students at each convocation. So this is members of the opera workshop from our wonderful Faculty of Music, and they are going to sing two songs for you this evening. The first is Blessing, arranged by Katie Moran Burt, and you may know it as the Irish Blessing. And it's a blessing for all of you. Well, perhaps even for all of us. And then the second song they're going to sing is from The Marriage of Figaro, Mozart, and the words are very fitting, appropriate for tonight. All on this day shall be well. Only love can transform our torments into joy. Now, everyone, off to celebrate.
Shine warm upon your face.
Thank you very much. I would say about 3/4 of these wonderful singers are graduating with their music degrees on Friday afternoon, but they've been singing. They will have sung for 9 convocations, and they'll sing again on Friday afternoon. They were accompanied by a graduand named Stephen Eckert. And it's a real joy. It has now come to the end of this part of your convocation. I know you'll have celebrations going on after this. It has been a real privilege to meet each person. And convocation is personal. There's a lot of us in the room, but it is personal to each graduate who comes through. And the collective part is the pride we feel in each other and in this institution. And I feel thankful for Memorial University, grateful that we have it, for all the people who have built it. And you have been building it for the time you have been here. We are very, very thankful that you chose to study at Memorial University. And every day that each of you has been here, you have contributed yourselves, your spirit, your intelligence, your energy to the growth of this university. You have added value to our community of learning. And we are very grateful that you did that. You're members now of Memorial University alumni for as long as you're breathing. And I hope you remember us wherever you go in the world. I know you'll do well wherever you go. And I must say to all our students, as we say, from away, any of our students who've come from another nation or even from elsewhere in Canada, you know you are most welcome to settle in Newfoundland and build a life here. It would be wonderful to have you do that. And so think about that sometime. And so as you head off with your families and whatever your next pursuits are, you're going to be very, very busy. I can't, if you try to imagine all the energy and effort multiplied by all of you, well, I couldn't stand up if I was able to contain it. Just very exciting. And so I think this evening, as a parting note, because you were probably driven people, probably working way too much sometimes. I'm just going to talk about balance, and I have to confess, I'm not a good person to be talking about balance. It's a little dishonest for me to talk about balance, but I do try. And so to just think about balance in your life as you pursue your careers and build your families and your communities. And I go back to a wonderful story that my husband used to read out loud to our girls who are now in their 40s. Did anybody ever read The Trumpet of the Swan in this room? Anybody? It was a wonderful children's book. Oh, faculty. But the same author, E.B. White, wrote Charlotte's Web. Did anybody read Charlotte's Web? Yes, I'm seeing nods. Well, anyway, the father swan saw so much about himself that nobody need even consider him because he was very, very self-confident. And he would give a little sermonette to the baby swans every morning. And this morning he said, "I rise each morning torn between a desire to save the world and savor the world. This makes it difficult to plan the day." So try to be balanced and enjoy your lives and contribute. And we are so glad to have had you, and we hope we see you again. Now, there's one more set of applause that we'd like to encourage you to take part in. Would all the graduates rise where they're seated? Just stand. And would the graduates in front of me turn around? And there are all the people who have encouraged you throughout your lives to this moment. Let's give them a rousing applause. And would they now stand and join us? We're going to close your evening with the singing of the first and last verses of the Ode to Newfoundland, which you will find on the inside front cover of your program.
The Canadian Institutes of Health Research has announced $3.7 million in new funding to support work led by principal investigators based in the Faculty of Medicine and the Faculty of Science, ranging from how to treat fatal neurodegenerative diseases to better understanding the effects of type 2 diabetes. Memorial University received more than $10.2 million in federal provincial funding in December for research and projects contributing to a more sustainable fish and seafood sector in Newfoundland and Labrador. The funding will allow for research on fish stock assessment models and sustainable fisheries, solutions to sea lice in salmon aquaculture, and innovation. Medical student and Faculty of Science alumnus Matthew Downer has been named Newfoundland and Labrador's 2019 Rhodes Scholar. The scholarship means the St. John's native will join other outstanding young people from around the world for a full-time postgraduate study at the University of Oxford. He hopes to one day be both a clinician and researcher in the field of rehabilitation medicine and is looking forward to being a graduate student in medical sciences and diving into some new research.